Your heart is one of the most important organs within your body. Without it, you are not able to function, you are not able to feel, and you just feel a sense of loneliness. But what we have right here is a solution to make sure that there is heart flotation that is consistently happening within your body. And today we have a product courtesy of Vita Aid, which is the Pure D-Ribose 200 gram single. And with me, of course, we have our health expert, Jumo. Jumo, your heart, so important in making sure you as a human being can function.
Definitely, I think every part of the body will definitely depend on the heart in terms of energy. I mean, I just like watching that video. You know, if you look at the mother trying to juggle the kids, it's all to do with energy, sustained energy for your athletes. But you want a product like Bioenergy Ribose that is clinically tested in terms of making sure that there you are accelerated, recovery. Because when it comes to athletes, recovery is key. When it comes to their heart pumping, you want to make sure that everything is working well, because you need ATP, which is called adenosine triphosphate. That's the molecule that's needed to run the muscles. In fact, there is actually, because the heart, I like the fact that you have spoken about the heart, because that's the cardiac muscles that we're talking about. We've got the skeletal muscles, which is the other muscles that we talk about most of the time in terms of when you are exercising your legs or hands and that kind of thing. But of course, the other ones that we just work in voluntarily that people not know about are also called the smooth muscles. But when you look at this is all to do with energy. This is what I love about D-Ribose. Without D-Ribose, there is no ATP. Because ATP or adenosine triphosphate, the building block, what I would term the limiting factor, is D-Ribose.
Yes.
Because with enough D-Ribose, the body can be able to produce more ATP and make sure that it can easily also recycle it. And that's very key, because every process that takes place in the cells of the body needs energy. Whether you are breaking something or building something, it takes energy. And the ATP molecule is the molecule that's actively involved in all the processes of making sure that you run the human body.
Now, for this jar right over here, a 200 gram, it is going for the exclusive TV Mall price. Now, this generally values around 399 Rand, but we have brought it right down to 249 Rand, 0861 000 173. And as you can see, it is in powdered form, but most importantly, this Jumo, and for everybody at home, is completely natural.
Completely natural, as you can see, there it is. I mean, if you look at it, just a summary of what it does just quickly. We're looking at heart health. We're looking at maintaining a healthy blood flow and circulation, delivers faster recovery time pre and post workout, and promotes healthy mitochondrial structure. Mitochondrial structure, that's the factory where you do actually the burning of the energy. You know, that's exactly the factory for the energy. But what I like about that is when you look at all those points that I put there, heart health, maintaining blood flow and circulation, that is actually how we maintain life. So even if we're to end talking about that and making sure that we've got enough information for the viewers on the heart, that's basically, the heart is the biggest muscle that pumps the blood around the body, and that's what maintains life, because we need to move oxygen, you need to move all the nutrients to the rest of the body, and the heart has to work well. But why are we focusing on that? Because isn't the body producing enough ribose naturally? Yes, the body does produce ribose from glucose. But when it comes to the heart and the rest of the muscles, the skeletal muscles, the process is too slow to maintain good rhythm. So you need to make sure that you top up and you supplement with ribose to make sure that the body can produce more ATP. And what makes me exciting, viewers at home, about ATP is the fact that D-Ribose produces the ATP. ATP gives you that energy in terms of anything that you are doing. It's not only for athletes, for everyone in the household, but also let's not forget about nutrient absorption. ATP is needed for nutrient absorption, so without enough ribose, the body is not going to produce enough ATP. So for me, that makes it very exciting. This is a key component. Yes, it is a sugar, as you can see, we've got it, it looks nice and white as your normal, but it's not your normal sugar.
Yes.
This is a 5-carbon sugar, so it does not behave the same way as your glucose or your fructose. Key, when you look at the other sugars, they tend to raise your blood sugar levels. Is ribose going to do that? No, definitely not. If anything, it will lower your blood sugar levels. That's why if you are diabetic, you might even need to lower your dosage. Tell your doctor you are taking ribose so that they can help you manage your blood sugar levels well.
And I think what's important about this, as Jumo said, this is not sugar, but it is, of course, a completely natural product. And again, at Vita Aid, they make sure that everything is completely natural. No enhancements, no additives, strictly natural to give you the maximum effect in terms of your health. And Jumo, we talk about blood circulation
Yes.
and heart flow. It's
Yes.
so important because the moment that stops, that is basically the end of your life.
That's the end of your life,
Yes.
and I think that's very key. And what's also, I think, with Pure D-Ribose, there are not that many supplements, Faraz, that come from the, the medical science coming into the health section. Normally, it's like the health gurus are saying, okay, this is good for health-wise, and then the medical professionals are looking into it and criticizing it. This product actually comes from cardiologists and doctors.
Yes.
So this is a well-known product, viewers, which has been used on people who have had heart attacks and improved the quick recovery after having a heart attack. Now, look at you and I without a heart attack. That's really amazing and better results that you will definitely benefit by using D-Ribose.
Now, Jumo, I want to talk about athletes because
Yes.
so many times they rely on energy, stamina, and of course the intense levels, especially if you play contact sport. And
Yes.
Jumo, if you're going ahead and doing marathons or whatever short distance running that is to be done, so many times they go ahead and they take products which are not legal. But we have
Yes.
a product that's not only completely legal, but it's also natural at the same time. And I think this will really take athletes to new heights.
It has already started taking
Yes.
athletes to a new height. Those who are aware of it, because this is a very good product, you can use the D-Ribose pre-workout and post-workout. With athletes, whatever supplement you take out there, viewers, it's about recovery. Recovery is key as an athlete because it prepares the body to be ready to be able to compete the next day or to train again the next day. So recovery is key. And this is where D-Ribose comes in because muscle soreness, I've been using it because I
Yes.
do long distance running, as you know. Muscle soreness, usually if you're taking a break from exercising and then you go back to exercise, you tend to have exaggerated energy and you just go and you don't stop. But unfortunately, it comes at a price because the muscle soreness that comes after that, it can keep you away and even prevent you from going back to exercise. You actually start hating to say, look, what did I do to myself? But D-Ribose shortens that period of recovery. So you go back to exercising or training much quicker. So the recovery time is improved. And that is what is key, like you said, for athletes.
If you are one of those athletes that want a quick recovery time, the solution is right there. Pure D-Ribose 200-gram single for the price of 249 Rand. Of course, as Jumo did mention, this is not sugar. It is completely natural, and it does, of course, come in a powder form. So, Jumo, talking about ribose, of course, it's a naturally occurring carbohydrate that occurs in the body.
Yes, it is a naturally occurring carbohydrate, and I know the viewers might be confused thinking what is he saying is when you say it's not a sugar. What Faraz is saying is not your normal sugar like glucose or fructose. It is a 5-carbon sugar, so it behaves differently, which is the reason why when you take it, it's preferred for you to be used for production of ATP than what you would use your glucose to be used for energy in a natural way of where then it goes and gets bent in the cells. But this will produce the molecule that is the master for energy in the body. That's where the difference is.
Yes.
You are producing the ATP or adenosine triphosphate, which runs all the process in the body. I think if you want to contract a muscle, calcium is required to contract a muscle, but it's activated by the presence of ATP. And without enough D-Ribose, you can't have enough ATP. So your muscles, this is why for athletes, it's about muscle relaxation and muscle contraction. And that's very key. And that's where D-Ribose becomes key. Because the muscle, we spoke about the heart muscles, and the process of producing ribose from glucose is slower. Hence, it's important to understand that's why we are encouraging you to supplement so that you can speed up the process of making available ATP that is needed for all the cells in terms of energy.
And Jumo, in terms of instructions or usage, because I think a lot of the viewers at home who are going to go ahead and purchase the Pure D-Ribose 200 grams single, what would you suggest the instructions or the daily usage?
I think if you're starting to use it for the first time, just take half a teaspoon, which is about 2.5 grams,
Right.
and you can use that pre-workout and another half a teaspoon after your exercise. But for seasoned athletes, a teaspoon twice a day will work. I've been using a teaspoon up to 3 times a day, which is like 5 grams 3 times a day. And the results have been amazing in terms of the recovery, in terms of how much energy I've got to do my long distance running, my exercise, my training on it, because I usually train 5 times a week. And since I started taking, this is my 3rd month of being consistent taking D-Ribose, and like the difference is phenomenal. I feel much better.
Yes.
I feel much more energetic. I feel much more alert because this is true energy, which is different from taking stimulants. So I'm much more awake, I'm much more alert without having to look for any stimulant or caffeine or any sugary drink to assist me in that process.
And of course, this Jumo, you just take it in water,
Yes.
right? Yes.
Just it is you dissolve in a glass of water and that. But the beauty about it, be fancy if you want to.
Right.
If you still don't have a problem taking your coffee,
Oh,
add
wow,
it to your
okay.
coffee, add it to your milk, add it to your tea, because you can actually you can actually add the ribose to any, even your cereal where you would normally use add sugar.
Yes.
Use this. The only good thing is it won't be as sweet. There's a slight sweetness that it will, but a natural sweetness that is also going to help you manufacture true energy without the highs and the lows.
And again, Jumo, this is a product that really gives you the ability to go ahead and have perfect heart flow, perfect blood flow, but most importantly, giving you energy that you need to go throughout the day, because that's what we need in this ever-demanding world.
Well, when you look at it, for me, I think life cannot be separated from energy.
Yes.
Productivity is a result of energy. You will sleep for about 8 hours. When you wake up, you want to make sure that you have accrued enough energy to run your day. And ATP, after being produced by having enough ribose, you produce enough ATP, and the body has got enough energy to make sure that you can run the whole body. But besides that, whatever foods you are eating, the vitamins, the minerals that you are taking, everything needs to be improved in terms of absorption. And ATP becomes very key in making sure that you absorb those nutrients much better.
Wow. Now is the time for you to make sure you have the perfect blood flow, the perfect blood circulation, and of course a healthy heart. But because without a healthy heart, you would not be able to function for the day. Now is the time for you to make sure you are able to achieve all of that with a Vita Aid Pure D-Ribose 200 gram single for the exclusive TV Mall price of 249 Rand. Stay tuned to TV Mall with myself and Jumo on the Health Hour.